Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. The Office of the Public Defender has concluded that Nzinga here was illegally cut by a police officer at the Forepass police station, ladies and gentlemen. This is a breaking news and an exoneration of Princess Nzinga. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Rastafari Soldier. Greetings in the name of the Most High, Emperor Haile Selassie I the First. Ladies and gentlemen, you know I'm Rastafari Soldier of People TV, and if this is your first time tuning in, I'm asking you to hit that red subscribe button, and we're going to have a great relationship, ladies and gentlemen. Breaking news and exonerating news for Empress Nzinga King and the Rasta community, ladies and gentlemen. The Office of the Public Defender has concluded that Nzinga King locks were unlawfully cut by a policewoman while she was in custody at the Forepass police station last year, ladies and gentlemen, according to the public defender, Arlene Harrison Henry. In doing so, the policewoman violated Nzinga King's constitutional rights, ladies and gentlemen. If we forgot what occurred last year of August, Nzinga King was out on her way to school, nursing school, and she was pepper sprayed while being in a taxi cab because the police was trying to apprehend another person in the taxi cab. She was subsequently arrested, charged with disorderly conduct, and her hair was subsequently removed. When her parents was upset, Mrs. McIntosh, Shirley McIntosh was upset. She was told that Nzinga cut her hair. But according to Harris, the public defender, future recommendation that King be compensated for her infringement on her constitutional right, criminal proceedings be visited upon the accused policewoman, disciplinary procedures be taken against the accused policewoman supervisor, and a protection should be put in. There should also be portions of fine imposed upon Kings to remitted. The public defender also recommended, meaning that when she was charged for the disorderly conduct and the fine that she was given should be returned back to Nzinga. The public defender also recommended that amendments be made to the Town's Community Act and the Parish Court Judiciary Act, or alternatively the Criminal Justice Reform Act. It is also recommended that Jamaica's Constabulary Force remind or inform members through its force order of the provision of the Public Defender Interim Act as it relates to constabulary. The public defender comes on the heels of the Director of Public Prosecution, Paula Llewellyn, ruling in February that police officers accused of cutting King's locks face no criminal charges. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what really perturbed me. That's what really got me upset, that this young empress, the mother of the world, the Rastafarian queen, was embarrassed by having her royal crown removed by a bad mind police officer. And then when she made complaints and we stood up with her and protested that it was unconstitutional, they further embarrassed her by dragging her through the court system and publishing through newspapers that she was lying. Ladies and gentlemen, this has damaged the reputation of not only Nzinga and her family, but the Rastafari community, to make it seem like Rasta would make such a false accusation upon Babylon, and everyone knows that police and the entire Babylon judiciary system has been against Rasta. There has been no one in Jamaica that has been persecuted as Rasta. When the government give a thumbs up and a signal to bring in all Rasta dead and alive, and that ideology still perpetuate through the society, ladies and gentlemen, like Chronic said, a government, a Babylon create crime, continue to create the negative preparation and perception of the Rastaman locks, and that's the way you're identified in the world, ladies and gentlemen. You tell every little boys and girl that your hair is your number one beauty. So their whole ideology is to scalp every natural born human, to scalp all the orthodoxy out of us, to remove our culture, to remove our facial features that identify ourselves with the royal kings and queens of the historic land of El Cabilon we call Africa right now, ladies and gentlemen. I'm burning hot to see that they drug this young 19-year-old princess. Look how beautiful she is. And they marred her, bawled her, embarrassed her, brought her to court, and then slapped her with a fine of disorderly conduct and locked her up in jail for multiple days, and then had her on TV embarrassing her, calling her a liar, perpetuating the false ideology that Rasta are hooligans. And I really don't appreciate that, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm looking through the news, and I notice they slide it all the way down at the bottom and have a little article. They don't put it on the headline with a big picture. So Rastafari soldier, I'm making no know it nah go so. People, listen, Nzinga, I go be victorious for all Rastafari. The government of Jamaica, the JCF, the Jamaican Constabulary Force, and the police officers that were involved in the marring, in the balding, in the disrespect of Rastafari culture, in the embarrassing, the skull drugging of Mrs. Nzinga King, our warrior empress, a future mother of the world. It nah go so. Them have to financially compensate her, provide her with psychological counseling, and make judiciary provisions, legal written acts, so everyone in Jamaica and worldwide knows that you do not ramp with the Rastaman crown. Because we are not playing around. You think a little prosecution, you think a little perseverance, you think this is a joke. People, I want you to share this up. I want you to make every Rasta get this file, because although the judiciary system found the officer not guilty and no charges were going to be laid against her, here it is. The Public Defender's Office has made recommendation that legal provisions be made, that the supervisor and the officer that were involved be disciplined, that financial compensation be made to Nzinga King, and the McIntosh family needs to be compensated. The government, the JCF, the judicial system should at least issue an apology to the parents of this young empress. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Rastafari Soldier here at Deep Roots TV, reporting live, letting you know that the Public Defender Office in Jamaica there in Fort Path had come up with a conclusion that Nzinga King's hair was cut by the police there in the Fort Path Police Department, and she is recommending disciplinary actions against the police officer that caught the young empress here and the supervisor, and she's recommending that there are judiciary laws and acts that are written protecting the Rastafarian here and culture. And also, she's recommending financial compensation to Nzinga King and her family. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a victory, at least psychological victory. And the King's family, the McIntosh, Shirley McIntosh there, and Nzinga's family should hire the biggest lawyer here in Jamaica to protect her civil rights. It's been an injustice done against not only Nzinga King and her family, but the entire Rastafarian community. Ladies and gentlemen, hit that red subscribe button. I want you to share the file for me. If you have not subscribed to the YouTube, ladies and gentlemen, hit that red subscribe button and become a part of the Rastaman channel. Build up the Rastaman panel. A more life and a more joy and a more happiness. Congratulations to Jamaica for at least opening up their eyes and stop the lies. Again, Babylon invent crime. Ladies and gentlemen, subscribe, like, and share.